Okay, so this is another rotorx cb2.5 that I built up. But this time I went with some totally different motors for a 2.5 inch. I've never used 1404s on a 2.5 inch before. I've used them plenty of times on a 3 inch, but never a 2.5 inch. And these are actually the rotorx 1404s 6500 kV, which, you know, is the perfect kV for a 2.5 inch. I've always loved, you know, 6,000 to 6,500 kV for a 2.5 inch, and that's what I always use, like the rotorx 1105Bs or the Emax 1106 6000s, you know, the Sunny Sky 1106 6000, or no, those are 6,500 too. The 3BR 1105 6000 kV, you know, 6,000 6,500 is just the perfect kV for a 2.5 inch. But I've never tried a 1404 on this small of a quad, and I gotta tell you, I just got done flying it like just now, and I have to say I will never again use any other motor but this on any 2.5 inch that I build for myself. I mean, it was just amazing. I couldn't believe the power. These things just scream. On 3S too. You know, I'm using the same packs I always use, the 653S race day quads. And the second that I landed, when I was done flying, I felt the motors like I always do. It's just like a habit, you know. You don't even realize you're doing it after you do it a lot. But anyway, they weren't even warm. They were actually like cool to the touch. So that's a very good sign. They're very smooth. They scream really loud, but not like crazy loud like most 1106s are. They're real quiet until you get that high rev, and then it's just like a scream, you know. It's just crazy. But anyway, oh my god, the power is just so crazy. I always thought, you know, back when I was doing like the rotorx 1107s, you know, I thought those were insane, and they are, but these are no comparison. I swear, these are just so crazy. Shit, what else was I gonna say? That was my very first flight ever with this thing. What you're about to see, the DVR footage. So I wasn't going crazy. I was just kind of trying to do a little bit of speed, trying to see how fast it would go. But I didn't even go full throttle because I didn't even need to. I mean, it was going so fast, and I was probably at like 3/4, maybe a little bit more than 3/4 throttle. And it was just blasting across the sky like crazy. This thing weighs, with this battery, it was 170 or 175 grams, something like that. But the problem I had was I was able to fly like pretty much about 2 minutes, and then the low battery started flashing. So actually, let me test that real quick. I want to see what the voltage is at. Oh, I could have gone a little bit more. Maybe another 30 seconds or so. So I'd say 2.5 minutes, and that was me, like, you know, 3/4 throttle pretty much the whole time. So, you know, between 2.5 and 3 minutes would be a good guess for this battery. So I'm thinking that I might need to get some 853S's to try out on this thing. But I am just so impressed and happy with this thing. This is my new favorite right now. Everything's always my favorite, but man, this thing is crazy. The other thing too is the video. I swear, these days with Betaflight, you know, the newest Betaflights and the smartaudios and shit, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I tried to change the power on here. I could have swore I set it to 600, but it didn't seem like it was set to 600 when I was flying around. That was my very first flight. You know, I usually have to adjust things here and there for the first few flights until I get it, you know, how I want it. But it didn't feel like it was on 600. I haven't checked the DVR yet, but you guys are about to see. So I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the AKK FX3 Ultimate. Doesn't it run Tramp protocol? I'm pretty sure it does. But that's what I set it to. Let's just see real quick. AKK FX3 It says Smart Audio on it, but I could have swore it said Tramp. I wonder if it is Smart Audio. It would say Tramp, wouldn't it, if it... I don't know. I thought it was Tramp, but now that I think about it, I think I'm thinking of the TX20V2, the HGLRC TX20V2. So I'm pretty sure now that this is Smart Audio, and I need to change that so that I can get the Smart Audio going, so I can change it to 600. Because I think when Smart Audio is hooked up, you can't use the button, and I was trying to use the button on here to change it. So anyway, enough rambling. Check out this quick footage and enjoy.